Okay, picture this if you will. A scenario so bizarre, so utterly ridiculous it could only exist in the deepest, darkest corners of the internet. Or perhaps in your own slightly unhinged imagination. You open your eyes one morning, blinking away the remnants of sleep, ready to face another day. The sun's shining, streaming through the gap in your curtains, painting stripes across your face. Birds are chirping their cheerful little songs outside your window, a symphony of nature's alarm clock. Your breath smells like regret and leftover pizza, a potent combination that only a truly dedicated bachelor or someone who's had a long week can truly appreciate. Pretty standard, right? Just another Tuesday, or maybe it's a Wednesday, who can even tell anymore? But then you roll over in bed, seeking the comforting warmth of your partner, the familiar indentation on the mattress beside you, and staring back at you, with an intensity that could curdle milk, is a horse. A full-blown, four-legged, hay-eating, neighing horse. Not just any horse, mind you. We're not talking about some random pony that wandered in from the neighbor's farm. Your wife. The woman you pledged your undying love to. The person you share your life, your dreams, and your Netflix password with. Your actual, loving, horse-faced wife. Transformed overnight into a majestic, if slightly bewildered, equine creature. Now, at this point, most people would panic. They'd scream, they'd run, they'd probably call a priest, a veterinarian, and maybe even a therapist, all at the same time. Not me. Nope, I'm a problem solver, a pragmatist, a guy who faces the absurd with a slightly unsettling level of calm. So I do the only logical thing. The only rational response to finding your wife has undergone a rather dramatic species change. I say, honey, did you get a haircut? New highlights, you're looking different. She just neighs. A long, drawn-out, slightly mournful neigh that seems to echo through the very foundations of your house, which is new. She's never neighed before. Not even when we watched that really sad horse movie. But, hey, relationships are about communication, right? Open and honest dialogue, even if one of you is now fluent in horse breakfast time. The most important meal of the day, especially when you're married to a horse. I pour her cereal, a generous helping of oats and bran, figuring that's probably more appropriate than Lucky Charms at this point. She dunks her whole head in the bowl, snorting and slurping with an enthusiasm that's both endearing and slightly terrifying. Milk everywhere. It's coating the table, the floor, and possibly even the ceiling. I just mop it up, pretending this is totally normal. Just another Tuesday morning with my horsewife? Nothing to see here. Trying to talk it out? Have a serious conversation about the implications of interspecies marriage? Not easy when your spouse, the love of your life, the woman you vowed to cherish in sickness and in health, answers everything with hoof clops. 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 for I'm hungry, and 4 for take me to the Kentucky Derby, and dramatic tail flicks. The tail flicks are particularly expressive, conveying a range of emotions from mild annoyance to utter disdain. I'm Googling, frantically searching for answers in the vast, often unhelpful expanse of the internet. My wife turned into a horse. What now? Is this a medical condition? A curse? A really elaborate prank? All I get is horse dating websites. Apparently there's a thriving online community for equestrians seeking love. Who knew? Not helpful, internet, not helpful. I need solutions, not potential dates for my horsewife. I call work like, knowing this is going to be a tough conversation. Sorry, can't come in today. My wife's a horse, it's a long story. My boss says with a sigh that could be heard across state lines, that's the 3rd time this month, Dave. First it was the alien abduction, then the rogue squirrel infestation, and now this. Apparently I need new excuses. Or maybe a new job. One where having a horsewife is considered a valuable asset. Or maybe a vet, a really good vet, one who specializes in unusual transformations. I try to take her out for a walk, get some fresh air, stretch her legs, all 4 of them. Keep things fresh. Maintain some semblance of normalcy in this increasingly bizarre situation. But she bolts at the sight of the mailman, galloping down the street like a scene from a Western movie. Now the neighbors think I'm into some weird role play, or that I've finally lost my mind completely. Which honestly, not the worst rumor I could have. At least it's not that I'm secretly a vampire. By lunch I'm starting to get used to it. The neighing, the hoof clops, the constant smell of hay. I mean, she's still the same person, the same soul, the same quirky sense of humor. On the inside, right? That's what matters, isn't it? Just, more oats. More oats, less Netflix. Turns out horses aren't big fans of binge watching. That night I tuck her in with a bale of hay, carefully arranging it to create a cozy and comfortable nest. And as I'm drifting off, surrounded by the gentle scent of hay and the soft sounds of equine slumber, I can't help but wonder, If I wake up tomorrow as a llama, or maybe a particularly grumpy badger, does this make us soulmates, destined to navigate the complexities of interspecies love together? Or just a really weird petting zoo? A dysfunctional family portrait of the highest order? So, moral of the story, the takeaway from this bizarre hypothetical situation: if your wife turns into a horse, just roll with it. Embrace the absurdity, find the humor in the chaos, or at least buy more carrots. And maybe invest in a really good saddle. Subscribe for more what-if chaos. Because let's face it, life is full of unexpected twists and turns. And remember, life's weird. Embrace the strange, the unusual, the downright bizarre. Embrace it, because who knows, maybe tomorrow you'll wake up as a llama.